Hey, welcome back. It's the Thirsty Thursday edition of Liquid Lunch, and we're always keeping it real here on Liquid Lunch, and we have on Democrats, Republicans, conservatives, liberals. We have all different types. You know our audience. We're the Purple People. It's a budding movement. We have all kinds of artists, too, not just Scott Lebedo, our in-house conservative artist, Citizen Scott. But joining us today is Louis Carreon. He's here in New York. And he's debuting the Find Your Halo exhibit. Yes, and a lot goes on out there. Before this segment, we were talking about our friend Scott Lebedo. And it's tough to be a conservative artist because everybody doesn't love coming out and standing, there.
That's true.
It sounds like it's not that tough to say, come down to my gallery and find your halo. Because everybody's looking for a halo. So I like the marketing on it already.
The marketing on it is pretty universal, coming through my background of imprisonment, drugs, as an artist, as a contemporary painter, you have to get to a place where your work touches society. And to me, doing art that touches the youth and goes after the youth, because there's so many people lost now in addiction, social media. Everyone's trying to, is in vanity, and there's just a lot of depression. The country's in a crazy place, and people aren't taking personal responsibility. So Find Your Halo, I think, is the perfect movement to go along art that flirts with the masters and goes back and flirts with history, and it's
Now I see this particular work of art, which is magnificent, by the way. There's a halo depicted in this painting, and I know there's going to be 17 paintings shown here. Do all of the paintings have a halo?
All of the paintings do have a halo of some type. This is
your take on the Last Supper.
This is my take on the Last Supper.
Who's in it?
It's called the Trap Supper, and it's black or dark-skinned Jesus with a white agent that has drugs and paraphernalia from gangs, and it pretty much depicts how hip-hop is raising our youth and how people no longer can spit Bible verses, but yet they can spit a Future song, a Drake song, and all these 16-year-old cats everywhere are obsessed with this foul language, and as we know, language becomes life, and so I'm just kind of regurgitating the masters and putting my twist to grab the youth and hopefully identify with them like I needed to be identified with.
This is amazing stuff. This is great. We have some more of his work.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's go through a few so people can see what they'll find. What is this?
This is actually a famous Rubens painting that is in Madrid, and I'm taking Rubens here and I'm doing him in my own ADD generation.
This is in favor of weed.
This is in favor of cannabis, because if you look at Generations, he had an olive leaf on her, and now we're in the time of cannabis, we're in the time of CBD.
Yeah.
So as a contemporary artist, I have to stay onto pop culture.
This is clearly
I want to get through
vaping-themed portrait.
Bacon?
Vaping.
Oh.
This is Raphael. This is one of Raphael's biggest paintings, most famous paintings, but I took it instead of, grew up in LA where everyone's a thespian trying to be famous, getting lost in drugs, and then ending up back in their hometown, marrying their hometown sweetheart in 6 years and failing. So I made the curtains red instead of green, and
in the 5 minute we have left, tell folks what inspired your own interest in art, because I think it's such an interesting story that people could learn from in terms of pursuing their own passions.
So I come from the world of graffiti, and graffiti was always something that I did on the streets for vanity and lust and recognition from the street. I saw a couple big artists get famous about 8 years ago, and my mother actually told me, hey, you should actually put your love into this, and I started painting canvas and taking responsibility and using my platforms to organize myself and get some more knowledge.
Well, good luck on the show. You got to come back.
There. Listen to your mama. Okay.
Find your halo.
Go out and check out Louis Carreon's gallery opening for Find Your Halo. We all need a halo, and we need them all the time. Back right after this with Hour 2.